Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dion and this is the Crazy Troll Nation, and this is not chapstick. This is Earth Angel from Pat McGrath is what we have on. So we are just going to reapply this. I was doing other videos earlier today. Today is June 27th. And when I sit to do a video, I tend to just do at least 2, sometimes 3 videos back to back. So here we are. The concept of the Crazy Troll Nation. The crazy is just enjoying the videos you do, enjoying the channels that you watch. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain brand or a certain tool or a certain technique. Use whatever you want to, however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. Here at the Crazy Troll Nation, we are about self-acceptance and self-love, embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even without face paint on. I do curse in my videos sometimes because I do curse in real life sometimes. If you're here for the first time, welcome. I appreciate you being here. If you've been here before, thank you for coming back. I appreciate each and every one of you. You could have clicked on any video and you are here, and I appreciate that. This video today, I now have 4 of the 5 Haus Labs Color Fuse blushes. I initially purchased Hibiscus Haze, which is this one, because I'm like, okay, I can rock it. Troll wanna rock it. And then I kept seeing Acai Sky, which is rich. And I'm like, I don't know, troll, I don't know. I got it. I tried it. So then, a friend of mine sent me a picture of Lavender Blonde when it first came out. And she said, I think I want it. That was her message. And I texted her back saying, I think I do too. And then when I got it, I'm like, I don't know about this cool tone lavender shade. I put it on. Listen. You see, I got a label on it. That means it's a keeper. And then, Sephora had a point multiplier thing, excuse me. And so then I'm looking at Pomelo Peach. And again, I'm like, I put it on. I'm like, what is it? And what I like about the Haus Labs blushes is if you look online, I don't know about her website, but it should too. But on the Sephora website, it shows you, it's a grid. The top line, it's, well, it goes complexion this way on the grid and the blush this side of the grid. And you have various skin tones from fair all the way to deep dark. And coming down with each blush, it shows you that blush on each skin tone. And all of these blushes rock on every skin tone. I don't know how they did it. I don't know how they're doing it. But these blushes, Acai Sky, I'm thinking this will be way too dark. I'm gonna look like I got punched in the face. Nope. And so when I was looking at Pomelo Peach, I was like, I don't know. But then I thought, you know what? I thought Lavender Blonde wasn't gonna look right on me, and it did. So I didn't get the lightest one, which looks very light pink. And even in the picture, it does look like it would work, but I'm still just like, ugh. And I'm like, do I need all 5 of them? I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna end up getting it, but I don't plan to. I didn't plan to get Lavender Blonde and Pomelo Peach either. Acai Sky, I was curious about because it is a very rich, very, very rich color. So what we're gonna do today, I do have on full face concealer, foundation, setting powder. I have on 2 bronzers. One I used as a contour and one I used as like a blush because the powder was too light. I was looking ghastly, so I had to fix it. Because my intention was to just have on foundation and a setting powder, but the powder I used was too light, so I'm like, that's not going to work. So we're going to put on each of these. I have on, what? Oh, it's magnetized. I have put it down and it shifts. You see this? If I put it straight and I can feel it trying to pull it apart, it just shifts. So I was kind of like, why is that moving? And it's only when you put it a certain way it'll shift. So you have to, Haus Labs is saying this way, Haus Labs that way, and then it'll stay. But if you turn it upside down, it's going to shift. So when I was sitting in here, I'm like, why is this moving? Like, wait a minute. But anyway, so we're going to start off. I have 4 of the Fenty number 125 face brushes. We want to use these to apply it. And what I think I'm going to do is put one up top and one at the bottom. So that way you can see them against each other, and not necessarily to compare them, but so you can see each shade. What I'm going to do first is the one that I got first, which was Hibiscus Haze. And I like too on the back, you see what the colors are. Another thing I like what the brand did, I only have one highlight and one bronzer, because for me, that's all I need. If I have a match, I have a match. But the highlighter that I do have, my foundation references are below. This is Golden Pyrite. That's what this looks like. Beautiful on me. And the bronzer that I purchased was medium, sorry for that clank, medium 7. What I like is all the highlighters are white or pink, whatever this is. It looks like a lavenderish. All the blushes are the silver aluminum, and all the bronzers are this shade. And so I like how she did that, and it was great until I bought more blushes. So now I can't tell them apart, hence why I have the labels on what they are. And Pomelo Peach doesn't have a label on the front yet, but I like how they did different colors for each one. I wish that Pat would have did that, but anyway. So we're going to take Hibiscus Haze, because this is the first one that I purchased, and there is no kick up. There is no kick up in the pan. None. None. But I'm tapping off because it's out of habit. So we're going to put this up here. You see this? That is like a there, not there. Cannot mess up. Her blushes are buildable. And so I am going to put more. That makes my under eye look even darker. Put in this light shade here for a blush. So now I'm actually wiggling it because I want to get more so you can see how it is buildable. And that is why I think it works for every skin tone from what I saw. If it doesn't work for you, do let me know. Because sometimes people say, oh, it'll work for every skin tone. I'm like, yeah, I tried it. It didn't work for me. And so looking at the pictures, it works for every skin tone. This is my redness poking through the foundation right here. So this right here is not the blush. That's my redness coming through. So if I just want like a light blush, they're not there, what is there? But one that I can't really mess up on, and I built it up a lot, but it's still, the way her blushes blend out. I did a blush ranking. I don't know if this was #1 or the Esom Face Structure palette was #1, but I just really love how the Haus Labs blends out. Like, it's just, so that is Hibiscus Haze. The next one we're going to put on, you put that brush away. The next one that I got was Acai. Did y'all hear that in my throat? You're so rude, troll. You are just nasty. At least say excuse me to the people. Excuse me, people. This is Acai. We're going to put this under here. Oof. And even just thinking about it, I'm just like, this is my lip color bomb. That looks weird. Ew. I just tapped in twice. I kind of want to put it down here. Oh, I'm always nervous. So I'm tapping lightly. I'm tapping lightly because y'all saw all of that on here. But then I realized, okay, it's not scary. So then I'll start pressing harder as you see. And then I'll blend. You see how, you see this. You see how, and I don't take my blush down here, but I'm doing this so you can see it. Do you see how that blends out? This is just like, what is this? What is, look at, and it is buildable. I don't want to build it. But we're going to press and wiggle, you see. So I'm always just like, oh my gosh. But then I press lightly and I'm like, oh, that's cool. So then I really go in on it. So you see it's buildable. You see this. If you just press a line. But when you start to blend it, it's just something. It's just something about how these blushes blend. I'm surprised I didn't stammer or stutter saying that. So you see, oh, and if you do, my brain just locked up. If you do build it up too much, thumbs up if you laughed with me or at me when I just had that little episode. But you see how it blends out. If you do build it up too much to your liking, take whatever brush you use for your powder, and without adding more powder to it, because it still may be powder in the brush, then just take that and blend over it. And you see how that just brings it down a little bit? So don't be afraid. If you're my complexion, don't be afraid of Acai Sky. Like, look at this. And I would say imagine it here, even though we put the other blush there. I only put it down here. I know I said it already, but I only put it down here so you can see the color. But you see how that blends out, and it helps you see how Pomelo, Hibiscus Haze just kind of blends in with my skin tone. Like, you can see it's there and you can see the color, but it's not obnoxious. Like, even though this isn't obnoxious, it's like, bam, we gonna show up. We showing up for the party at the Crazy Troll Nation. But this is Acai Sky. And I was just like, how does that work? I am so glad that I have it. And if it was up higher, if it was up here, I would blend it more, but I don't want to blend it all the way down to here. But it does blend, as you see, very, very nicely. Look at that. It's, oh my gosh, y'all. And the PAO on her blushes are 24 months. So they're good for 24 months after you open it. At least 24 months after you open it, because you can keep powdered products longer. And also for her bronzers, the PAO is 24 months, and for her highlighters, I just checked. And I realized I've been saying POA a lot. I don't know why, but it's actually PAO, period after opening. And so I'm trying to get it right. So that's why I keep hesitating. So now we're going to go into Lavender Blonde, because that's the next one that I purchased. Y'all, Acai Sky. So Lavender Blonde, that I was just like, I don't know. So we're going to press and wiggle, because this is a way lighter shade than Acai Sky. So that's Lavender Blonde, and we're going to put this up here. And I don't bring my blush up here because it makes my under eye look funky, putting a color that close under my eye. But I'm doing this so you can see it, because I'm going to put the other one down here. But look, I put this on. This is on my second time trying this one. I put it on and it looked, and I'm like, this is nice. So I was just like, girl. And I was apprehensive when I first looked at it, because I'm like, that looks like really cool tone and just whatever. But look at that. And as you see, it is different than Hibiscus Haze. It's definitely different tones. And I like that too, that her blushes are distinct different shades. And even though she has only 5, they're different. Look at, that's bomb. The Acai Sky is like, hey, how y'all doing? And Hibiscus Haze is just chilling in the back. And again, I did put extra, so that's why you see all of that down there. But if you look here at Acai Sky, this is Lavender Blonde on me. What I wonder too, even though they did have the pictures on our website with this on people's cheeks, multiple skin tones on the grid, I'm wondering if you were like deeply, deeply, deeply melanated. And I want to say she did have a person on there, a model on there, but I'm not sure. This may also even be a nice highlighter. If you're deeply, 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 that rich, beautiful chocolate, I think this may look nice even as a highlight. Because I'm looking at this and that might be a nice highlight for me. Let me just move on. We got one more to do. Can y'all tell I really like these blushes? We got one more. Pomelo Peach. The one I was like, the same as this one. But that look. We going in because it's a light shade. And there is no kick up in the pant. Look at this. We're going to put that down here. So again, it's like a there, not there, but you can tell it's color. And I did leave a gap right here. So we're going to blend. I was just like, this is nice. That's what I said the first time I applied it. I was just like, wait a minute, is this my first time using it? This is my first time using it. That explains why I don't have the name of it on the front of it, even though I have a label on the back of it with the PAO. I'm looking at Hibiscus Haze. You can tell it's different than Lavender Blonde, because Lavender Blonde is lavender and Pomelo Peach is peachy. You can tell the difference. I'm wondering, like, if you layer them. I don't buy blushes to layer blushes. I don't buy bronzers to layer, and some people do that, because my thing is just buy the color you want and not buy something just to have to layer it to make it look how you want it to look. But it's nice to have that as an option, not as a requirement to make something work. You know what I mean? Like if I just want to do something different. In a way, at first glance, like back here, first glance, it does look like it's one shade. But then when you look, it's like, okay, this is a different tone than that one. I will say they are close though, but they are different. If I had one on each cheek, I would know the difference, because this is peachy, a little orangey, and this is lavender pink to my eye. So if you're my complexion and you're wanting something not, I was going to say not as rich as Hibiscus Haze, which looks rich compared to both of these. If you're not wanting this, and if you're definitely not wanting Acai Sky, I think these two would be really good for you if you're my complexion or lighter. And again, it depends on what your aesthetic is, how you like your blush to look. But yeah, from back here, first glance, it looks the same. But when you're looking close, I can tell they are different shades. What I want to do, I need two different brushes because I don't remember which yeah, here it is. This had Hibiscus Haze. So this is still, Pomelo Peach. Because now I'm just curious. We're going to put Pomelo Peach here. That's Pomelo Peach. There is no kick up in the pan whatsoever. That's Pomelo Peach. So we're going to put that brush away. And we're going to go back to Hibiscus Haze. And we're pressing in and wiggling. Hibiscus Haze. So Hibiscus Haze is deeper and more pinky, rosy than Pomelo Peach. And I'm blending it out because I think most people would. Because I really want you to see how different they are or not different, in case you're trying to figure out. And I am pressing hard with the brush. Like I am like bending up these bristles. Really just trying to blend it out. So back here, yeah, this looks more orangey. This is the peach one. This is Hibiscus Haze. So they are different, but are they too close for your comfort? If you're like me and you don't like dupes in your collection, is it too close for you? Some people will say, you know, it's not, blah, blah, blah. And some people do get nuance. This is a little cooler, this is a little warmer, this is a little peachy, this is more rosy. And I usually don't get into all of that. These two do look close. Lavender Blonde, Pomelo Peach. If I had to choose, which I don't, because I'm going to keep Pomelo Peach too. And I think it depends on my mood for that day. I'm wanting to say Pomelo Peach has a shine to it, but sometimes it looks like I have a highlight on when I don't, but this side doesn't have that same shine right here as Lavender Blonde does. And so I'm wondering if that's just a more shimmery blush, even though it doesn't say that it is. So this is Lavender Blonde. And all of them look matte. So I'm not sure. Maybe I'll just bring it up higher than I did this side. I'm not sure. But if I was watching this if I wasn't me and I was watching someone who was my complexion and I was trying to decide between Lavender Blonde and Pomelo Peach, I would go with Lavender Blonde only because I do like how it has that shimmer effect to it. However, if I was able to afford it and it was a sale or points or whatever, I may still get both because it is different. But if I wore this one day and this another day, would it be noticeable that I wore two different blushes? You know what I'm saying? And you can say the same for these two. Are they too close? Hibiscus Haze, Pomelo Peach. Is it too close? You wear one day, one the next day. Is it going to be that noticeable? Keep in mind that the blushes are buildable, as you saw. And for both of these, I did build them up. So it depends on what your preference is, what your taste is, how you like your blush to look. If you're okay with the nuances of, okay, this is a little more peachy, this is a little more pinky lavender, and it seems to have a shine to it. But I don't know, again, is it because of how high up, I placed it? These two are distinctly different. Acai Sky is one of a kind. That's rich. It is rich. So thank you for being here. Let me know your thoughts on these blushes. Let me know if you have thought about purchasing them, if you just wasn't sure which one to get. If you purchase them from Sephora, I will say wait for a sale. Whether if you're Rouge, her 20% off, or if she has a point, if Sephora has another point multiplier, because depending on what you buy, the point multiplier may give you more points than if you were just buying it. And the points add up quick. And I'm thankful to my friend that mentioned it in her video, because I shop point multiplier at Ulta. I don't know why I didn't think to do it for Sephora, but since I have done that, my points have accumulated super quick, like super quick. So that's the way, you know, to earn more points. Don't cash in 500 points for $10 gift card. Hold out till you get over 2,500 points, because then you get a $100 gift card. So you get double the amount. And so if you didn't know that, you're welcome. If you have all the Haus Labs blushes, let me know that. If you only have one, which is how it started for me, let me know which one you have. If these are too close for you, let me know. If these are too close, let me know. Yeah, so that'll be it for this video. Again, thank you for being here. Thank you for helping me do this, because I did want to do the swatches so you can see in case you were curious about them. I'm still looking at these two. These are close. Lavender Blonde and Pomelo Peach. I'm going to still keep them both, though, because they're good for 24 months. They are close, though. You get nuanced, you can see the differences, but it is still close. Like one day to the next, like nobody, I don't think, would notice. And don't wear makeup to be noticed, wear it just because you want to. You know what I mean? So it would depend on what look I'm going for. Anyway, I'm glad I have them. I love the formula. And yeah, I'm good for blushes for a very long time. That will really be it for this video. Links will be down below as always. Self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon.